Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Storm Collectibles Ken the Eagle from Gatchaman, or Battle of the Planets, whatever you prefer. Either way, this figure is showcased in a Storm Collectibles very large window box packaging. And if we turn the box around, multiple images and panels showcasing the figure in multiple posing positions with his different interchangeable parts and accessories. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe.
Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at Ken the Eagle here. Now this is quite possibly my most anticipated Storm Collectibles figure of the past couple years, and I really do mean that. I've just been wanting a Battle of the Planets, Gatchaman, G-Force figures, whatever you want to call them, for quite some time, and when I heard that, or when I saw the prototypes that Storm Collectibles was making them, I was super hyped, and I am just so stoked that this is even coming out, man. It looks so good in hand. I'm really excited that I finally have it in the collection. So let's just take a closer look at it. First of all, the helmet looks great. I've always loved just the whole bird theme with these guys. Even the logo on the chest there has like a bird's thing going on right there. But I love like the eye and then a little topper right here. And then you got the beak visor going on. I will say, I do wish that the beak visor itself had a little bit more of a bluish hue. You know, not a lot, but I do wish it was a little more of a bluish hue to the actual visor itself. But again, I still think it looks really good. This is an all-white figure, man, so it's gonna get some stuff on it. I don't know if you can kind of see on the shoulders right there, but I do have a little bit of paint rub from the capes. So I'm just gonna have to like try and keep this guy cleaned up with some like rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip and stuff like that. You got the G logo right there on the center looking really good. You got a holster with some silver paint on there. You got some pouches on the other side like that. You got his, was a communicator, right? I can't believe, if I remember correctly. That thing looks really cool too. Really nice long legs for this guy. I think he looks so good. He honestly looks way better than he ever did on the show, because on the show he was that art kind of does not hold up all that great. But again, this still looks freaking awesome, man. I really hope we get other characters, at least from the team. I think that would be amazing. How cool it would be for us to even get that crazy like R2-D2 wannabe robot that they used to roll with. Like, I think that'd be insane too. But I would love just the whole main core team. I would love to have that. But again, this guy looks really, really cool. And again, just super happy to finally get him in the collection. So now moving on to accessories, we of course do get a bunch of interchangeable hands. So you have closed fisted hands, different types of flared out fingered hands for stylized posing. Then you get multiple types of gripping hands for holding his little weapon here. Now, forgive me, but I do not remember what this thing is called. Was it a freaking birdarang or something like that? I don't know. Isn't that Robin? What Robin calls his batarangs, the birdarangs. But these are really cool. And you can put it in the little holster like so. So that's really nice if you want to do it like that. Or it does come in its fully open form, which I think looks really cool too. The detail on this is surprisingly pretty good. I mean, you can kind of see like the eyes of the bird there. Do you see that? I think that's really cool. Then you got the yellow of the beak. So this is a nicely painted little accessory. Very small, but I love how they did that. And again, you get the different types of hands. Let me see if I can bust this out here, where you can hold it like he's pinching it, or you could hold it like this between the fingers, something like that. I think that's really cool too. So yeah, man, lots of ways to hold just this one little weapon. So with this figure, we actually do get two head sculpts here, and then with both head sculpts, you can actually pull the visor off just like that to get a better look at the face. And again, we do get two head sculpts. So you got the more standard one, looks pretty stoic and just straightforward, and the one a little more angry with the greeting teeth. Not a whole big difference in those, but again, they are different. And you could then take the visor and just slide it on back there. And again, I just kind of wish that was a little bit more of a bluish hue. That's just my opinion, but I think that would be great. Probably the coolest thing is we get interchangeable capes. So we do get one right here. So you do have to pop the head off for these, because these are going to kind of slide over the neck and shoulder. You have a more draped down cape like that, pop the head on like so, and then you have it in a more casual pose where the cape is just kind of resting over his shoulders. You know, it looks really, really good. You even kind of see some creasing right here down, coming down like this on both sides. So that looks really cool, dude. I do love that a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this one off right here. Take this one off, and then we're gonna bring in the more spread out winged one, looking one like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and pop the head back on like so. So then you have that option. Again, the red looks really bright and vibrant. And the red that you saw on the shoulders is from these capes, kind of rubbed off a little bit, but it's not terrible. But I still think that looks really cool. And you'll see some poses a little later on with these capes. I do kind of wish that the capes would kind of like hold more like that. They're a little too heavy, and you can kind of see like they're supposed to be more rested like that, but because they're so heavy, they just kind of fall down. So that kind of goes for this one. And the next one I'm about to show you, which is a freaking huge winged cape. Look at this thing. So I'm gonna slide that over the neck, pop the head back on, and my goodness, that thing is crazy looking, but it looks so freaking cool. And again, I kind of just wish that they weren't so heavy that you could hold them forward, because that's how they're supposed to be, but because of the weight, they just kind of droop down. But that thing looks insane, dude. And again, you'll see pictures of these a little later on, that all of them look really cool. My only real gripe with these is that I kind of just wish we had gotten, you know, one extra cape that was soft goods with like a bendy wire or something like that, you know what I mean? I think that would have been really great to, you know, do your own posing and have it, you know, drape the way you want and things like that. So fingers crossed. I might have to look for something on the aftermarket, or some of you customizers out there who make really cool soft goods capes. I would love to have a soft goods cape for this guy. Okay, so now we're going to move on to articulation. The head is on a ball joint, does turn left and right, up and back that far. There is an separate ball joint in the inside of the neck, because this is all soft goods, or a softer plastic. You know what I mean? Or excuse me, Storm Collectibles has like an inner frame thing, which is great. So look up about that far, down all the way that much, works really good. And then kind of wobble side to side. You can pivot with that actual ball joint down there as well. Arms can go full 360, up and out that far, down to the side that much. Do get that butterfly joint in there that works really nice. Rotation at the bicep, double jointed elbows that only bend about that much, which is a little past 90, so I wish that was a little better. Rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We get that double ball peg in the midsection that rolls all the way around, does turn left and right, and crunches back and forth very, very nicely. I think that's actually really, really good. Hip joints that kick up and forth that far, which is insanely good. Back all the way like that, because this diaper piece is, again, that softer material with an inner frame. Do the splits. Ooh, it's a little tight on this side. Out about that far. That works really good. Rotation in that upper thigh a little bit. Double jointed knees. And then we get ankles that go up, down, sweet ankle rocker, rotate a tiny bit, and then we do get toe articulation. So overall, again, I'm really excited about this. Oh my God, fingers crossed, man, that we get other characters from the team. I don't want this to be a one and done thing, man. I really do want the other characters, because that was such a cool looking team. Again, I always love the whole bird theme that these guys had going on. I think on a shelf, all of them would look fantastic, especially with the different scales and sizes they all were. That'd be so much fun. But this guy is a freaking awesome looking figure. I'm so excited to have him, and for me, he is definitely a must get.
So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is standing next to a couple other Storm Collectibles figures, being Rain and Liu Kang. And for your Winged Warrior comparison, here he is sitting next to a Super 7 Silverhawks Quicksilver. And just for fun, here he is with little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Storm Collectibles Ken the Eagle. Overall, I think this is a really badass piece, and again, something I've been waiting for quite some time. I think I've just always wanted some really cool, like, G-Force figures for quite a while, and I know they have a few out there, but something a little more updated, and I'm so stoked that Storm Collectibles is doing them. Quite honestly, now that Mezco is doing Power Rangers, I wouldn't mind if they did Gatchaman. I think that would be really, really cool. But anyways, that's a topic for another time. This piece is freaking awesome, man. The articulation works very well. The paint apps are super clean. I love the helmet. Again, I just wish the blue was a little more tinted. And I do love the capes. They work so good. They could be a little back heavy, so you might have a little trouble standing them around. So you might want to get a stand for this piece. And again, I just wish there was a soft goods cape. I think that's probably my biggest thing from this. I really wish there was a soft goods cape option. I think that would have been perfect, which is something I'll probably be looking for in the aftermarket. But still, I think he's great. I love all the interchangeable hands, his accessories, the weapons, and things like that are all fantastic. If you love this series like I did as a kid, I think you will absolutely love this piece. So be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.